We thought it would be fun for us and the dogs to explore a couple different places to walk and let you know what we thought about them. Is it worth it or not? I'll drop the addresses to each place below. We decided since we're just down the road, our first adventure was at the new downtown Wellen Park. We started our walk over by the bathrooms. There's also water fountains to fill up your water bottles after or before your walk. The bathrooms are super clean and even have a changing station. We decided to take the Grand Loop that is 3.7 miles. You'll pass by the big old oak tree that is a gathering place for some shade from the sun. They were having a morning yoga class by the lawn and bike riders were enjoying a ride as well. The fountain is probably a fun thing for the dogs as well, but we didn't do it this morning because I didn't bring a towel. A quick jaunt on the boardwalk and off we go to take care of some business before our walk. Guess they saw the poop station.
Mello understood the assignment. The master pooper picker-upper.
It's always a great sign of a place being totally pet friendly when they have a bag station. There is the Grand Lake and small lakes throughout your walk. We saw many different birds searching for their morning meals. The walkways are either sidewalk or crushed shell. Angus nor Mello was a big fan of the crushed shell walk, but there was enough grass to the side of the trail for them to walk comfortably. Halfway around, you end up walking on the sidewalk on Petro, but back on the trail to Wellen Park, so you're not always by traffic. It's definitely a beautiful short walk to get some fresh air, see some beauty, and give the dogs a fast walk. The downside is there isn't much shade on the walk, so be sure to go early or late in the afternoon with the fur kids. They have a photo wall too. It was pretty cool, so of course we had to try to get a shot.
Go!
Okay, next on the list was Deer Prairie Creek Preserve. It took us several minutes to pay online to enter the preserve. So much information to put in. Dig out the credit card, yada yada yada.
What happened to throwing a couple bucks in a box?
We finally went in and found parking. There aren't a lot of signs at the parking area. Maybe we should have read the sign at the entrance a little more. But here we are, wandering around, unprepared, like everything else we do. The restrooms to me were for absolute necessity. They smelled horrible, clean, but it's literally a hole in the ground, and for me, that's a hard no. It's basically a porta potty, and no, I don't do those either. And I threaten Trevor if he touches them.
To do it,
I drop the phone to honk the horn. As we're going in, we see people coming out with their dog, so we hoped it was a good sign. We get past the formal introduction of Mello and the other dog, and off we go. I'm not even sure why they always have this configuration in the fence at the preserves. Anyone know why? Comment below. The area is nice. We saw raccoon prints and what looked like deer or maybe wild pig prints. So, probably deer tracks. There's another one. And then there's paw prints.
This comes from wild pigs. See where they've been rooting? So that might be pig instead of deer.
There are a lot of flowering weeds that were pretty. We walked in the shade for maybe a mile before coming to a crossing. Just so you know, we didn't make it all the way around the loop.
So we're at the four corners of something.
But when we turned at South Loop, we were in the full sun, and it looked just the same as what we just walked. We gave it a shot, hoping to run into some wildlife, or even a body of water, but no luck. We turned around. Angus was ready to head home for some AC.
So we're definitely headed back. Angus is just about done with the walk. And this is really all you see. Granted, it's pretty, but yeah. This is good for maybe a short walk in nature. We didn't do the entire walk because, well, I'm gonna blame it on Angus because he's tired. And I was just bored, but I didn't tell Trevor that. I just told Trevor that Angus needed to go home. So we're going home. But it is a nice escape from the sidewalks, no doubt. When they're raining is no. Oh, we're close to the parking area. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live.
I think we'll definitely go back when we've looked at the map and are a little more prepared. I didn't really like the restrooms and there wasn't a place for water, so come packing with some fresh cold water and maybe some TP for the trail. Joking, not joking. Okay. Next on our list is Sleeping Turtles Preserve North. And by the looks of the parking area, we are in for some beautiful nature trails. The preserve is split by border road with parking area and leashed pet access located only on the north side of the road. Dogs are unfortunately not allowed at the portion south of border road. The preserve has more than 5 miles of hiking trails, including a river trail that follows the Myakka.
Okay, I think I have the wrong dog.
Walking with Mello and trying to record isn't happening. She has way too much energy. You'll see the park rules before you enter the trails, and there's a poop bag station so you can bag up before the walk. Don't be a boob. Pick up the dude. Okay, that was lame. Before you enter, you'll have a map to view, but you seriously can't get lost. But if you get turned around easily, make sure to snag a photo of the map and keep your phone handy. Let's go check out Sleeping Turtles Park and see what it has to offer. Upon entering, you'll see we were canopied with shade the entire walk that took us straight to the Myakka River. Enjoy the sounds of Sleeping Turtles Preserve as we explore a little.
There's manatee. You can see manatee in there.
Yeah, supposedly.
Unfortunately, we didn't spot any manatee on this trip, but we did get to see an alligator sunning on the other side of the Myakka River.
Alligator.
Following the trail by the Myakka River was definitely our favorite. The hiking trails are unpaved but accessible for most visitors, and I'd say it's a pretty easy walk. All trail intersections are marked with numbered trail markers, and you'll find seated areas for resting and picnic tables throughout.
Mello sat down all by herself right here because she wanted a photo. She said this is her better side.
We walked mostly in silence, listening to the nature and enjoying the beauty surrounding us. If you're enjoying the video so far, smash the like button, subscribe, and tap the bell. You know, so you'll catch the next video when we drop one. Now back to our walk. There were no restrooms at Sleeping Turtle Preserves and nowhere to get fresh water, but we'll definitely be back. Shamrock Park and Nature Center is our next place to take you to explore. Located right off the Intercoastal, this park features a 2.3-mile paved multi-use trail for wildlife viewing, hiking, biking, rollerblading, and even walking your dogs. And even a place to work on your bike if needed. The plus for me is they have restrooms and a place to fill your water bottle. Now let's explore Shamrock Park and see what it has to offer. The park trail system connects to the Venetian Waterway Trail, which further connects to the 10.6-mile Legacy Trail. So if you take a right on this road and keep going, you'll run slap dab into the Legacy Trail.
Angus is like, I would like to see the beauty. Come on, baby. Come on. Good boy. Oh, no. All right, run and start. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Good boy.
We were lucky enough to see a gopher tortoise. If you didn't know, in Florida, they are a protected species, and I think they know it. I snagged a little of him munching, then we went on our way. Never let your dogs go near a gopher tortoise or their burrows. The park also has tennis courts, basketball, a playground, a nature center, and several places to sit and rest throughout the park. You can also enjoy the butterfly garden and demonstration garden by the nature center. Probably not a good idea to take your dogs in there though. We came late in the afternoon, so the downside was there's not much shade, so we didn't walk the entire park. Next time we'll try to make it earlier in the morning. The next two parks are super small. The first we're going to visit is West Blalock Park that is home to the Monty Andrews Arboretum. The gazebo would definitely be a nice place to stop or start your walk with a picnic. There are signs along the paths naming each of the trees. If you're a palm tree nut like I am, it's super fun to find your favorite palm trees and finally know the names of them. And that one. That's like what we have. The Cuban
Royal, yeah, that's the one.
Even though the park isn't very large, it may take 1 to 2 hours just to go over everything. With over 80 species of trees and palm trees to identify, you have seating, picnic tables to take a break. Look at Trevor. He parked it on a turtle.
Angus.
These are my total favorite palms.
Washington palm.
You'll also find statues in the park of a manatee, a sea turtle, Florida panther, and a tarpon. Well, this park was kind of small. Very cool. We'll actually come back. It was a nice shaded area to walk. There are no bathrooms and no water, but it's so small that bring some water with you. There's also a butterfly garden, a Florida-friendly garden, a succulent garden, which we didn't see, and I don't know why. With shady, walkable, pet-friendly paved paths throughout the park, this is a perfect place for a quick outing alone or with your fur kids. The last on the list is Heritage Park, and believe it or not, it's located in the median along West Venice Avenue. The park's paved multi-use trail is also lighted at night, winds throughout the shaded park where you can view historical displays, commemorative plaques, a memorial to veterans, and all service branches and large banyan trees. You will also be happy to know there are dog poop stations if you need to back up. Come on, Angus. The park has several benches and 2 swing benches for visitors to sit and enjoy the cool shade. You'll also enjoy seeing the magnificent banyan trees that grace the grounds of Heritage Park. There aren't any restrooms or any water available, but being so small, you can bring a small bag with snacks and water, and public bathrooms can be found downtown Venice or at the pavilion at the beach. This park is great for short walks, even in the heat of the day, because of the entire park being shaded. We'll definitely be back. Out of the 5 parks, Deer Prairie Creek Preserve was my least favorite, and Sleeping Turtle Preserves was my favorite. Drop a comment below if you have a favorite place to walk. We hope you enjoyed the video and gave you some good ideas for some great places to get out, see some nature, and get moving. Happy walking, and we'll see you in the next video.